I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to find a meaning and purpose if you feel lost. Whether you're on the spiritual path, whether you're just a person that just feels lost and you don't really know why, I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to overcome this so that you can find that meaning in your life that I believe we all deserve to feel that we have. Because feeling like life is meaningless is not a good feeling. And I'm going to make sure that in this video you have what you need to overcome that and bring back that peace and joy and fulfillment that once again you deserve. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do actually post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you in this video, it's going to sound very nihilistic. It's going to sound very, in a way, depressing, but it's not. And I want to share with you a truth that I've personally come to find in my experience, which is that number one, nothing inherently has any meaning. Inherently. And I can't convince you of that. I'm not here to convince you of that in this video. I'm just telling you what I believe I've realized. And that the truth is that inherently, at the essence, consciousness just is. It's not good, it's not bad. It's not necessarily something that means something essentially, right? Because we construct our meaning from within, which means that essentially speaking, nothing actually has meaning other than the meaning that we give it. So I'm going to share with you how not to make that depressing in a second here, because the ego can make it depressing. The ego can think, oh, this is so depressing. Why is this so depressing? Nothing has meaning, but it's not the truth. The truth is that nothing inherently has meaning. But number two is that you create the meaning. You create the meaning. Even if you give your power away and decide that somebody is going to create that meaning for you, whether a person or a company or a job or a friend or a relationship, and you unconsciously decide, whether consciously or unconsciously, you give that meaning away and you let somebody decide the meaning for you. You let somebody decide your purpose for you. If that's what you do, then what that means is that you're just, it doesn't mean anything other than what you want it to mean. But the truth is that you're creating that. You're creating that meaning from the inside out, not from the outside in. If you believe it's from the outside in, that's just a belief system where you believe that your meaning is from the outside in, which is still a construction of meaning from the inside, which is grounded, which is an inside out. You're projecting a belief from the inside out, where you believe that the meaning comes from the outside in. Does that make sense? So I almost didn't word that properly. I'm glad that came out. So you create the meaning. Okay, you create the meaning. And this is not a depressing thing. This is a beautiful thing. Because basically what I want to share with you in this video is that number three, if nothing matters, sometimes we have this perspective like, oh, nothing matters, life is meaningless, why is it happening, victim. Let me ask you this, if nothing matters, why not play? Let me ask you this, how do you play in your life? How do you play? If you've been going through some phase in your life of feeling lost, depressed, or whatever word you want to use, just lack of meaning, lack of purpose, I'm going to ask you this question. Where do you find time in your day to play? And what does play mean to you? What does that mean? What is play? Do you even see life as play? Because life is a play. Life is a play. We're all just actors, whether consciously or unconsciously, and we're in a play. Now, you can do that on purpose or on accident. I believe, though, that nothing really matters, essentially, but with that being said, though, why not play? Because think about this. Nothing can matter, and you can be sad about it, and you can feel down about it, and you can create a negative meaning about the fact that there is no meaning, which is still a meaning that you're constructing on top of that essence, that isness, that just neutrality just is. You can take the neutrality and say, oh, that's a negative meaning, but that's you slapping a negative meaning on top of the isness and the essence of what is, which is still a negative experience, which that you're constructing it. You're constructing a negative experience. You're generating the negative. Now, of course, when we're generating this negative experience, we don't want to take responsibility for that because the ego wants to play victim. The ego wants to play victim. It wants to be sad and down about life and all these things. But let me ask you, if nothing matters, why not play? So I want to share with you my perspective in this video, which is that nothing can matter, and you can play, or nothing can matter and you can feel down about it. Nothing can matter and you can play, or nothing can matter and you can be down about it. So you can feel down. So what is your choice? Either nothing has meaning and you can be very ecstatic about that and feel very good about that and start to focus on the things that you prefer. And that's what preference is, by the way. Preference, you can get to true preference from a non-egotistical place when you see that, okay, existentially speaking, this exists, but this and this, one isn't good or bad or better or worse. Okay? Nothing is good or bad. Nothing is essentially good or bad. When you can see life from that perspective that, okay, nothing is good or bad, it just is, now only then, I believe, from that space, you can choose your preference. Because how can you truly prefer and consciously choose to prefer one thing over another if you do not see everything as essentially equal? Now, I'm not saying to not have boundaries. I'm not saying to not cut off one thing and cut off the other. Contrary to that, actually. I'm saying the opposite of that. But, once again, how can you have clear boundaries against, in terms of what you prefer and what you don't prefer, if you don't essentially see everything as just is? It just is what it is. Okay? So that's what I want to share with you. That's how I believe you can find meaning and purpose if you feel lost. And I believe that this is the perspective that can help you to find that meaning again. So leave a comment down below if that was supportive for you. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.